Hello YouTube, and we're back in black. Uh, yeah, we're running Friday Warspite because I love the Warspite. And, well, I like the Queen Elizabeth battle, to be frank. So, yeah, that's my reasoning. Uh, so, Warspite, I'm running with Nelson as commander because I love making even less damage than like 90% of my competition and getting other great damaging perks is just another benefit to running Nelson. Uh, there is an interesting build that I've seen some people run with Nelson that is a stupidly close-up brawler build. I am not going with that build personally. Unless you guys want to see torture, then I will run that close-up brawling build. But the first thing you'll notice here actually is that Warspite is mounted with 15-inch guns, which is nice. Queen Elizabeth battleships were mounted with the 15-inch guns, so it'll be nice to see how this goes. I'm going to push into C immediately, and yeah, this is day 5 after the Russians came out, and lo and behold, I have not uploaded a single video on the Russians, even though I've gotten Kirov and frankly just not had a fun time playing the Russians recently, namely because their commanders aren't built for them really, and so that I haven't gotten any of the Russian commanders really up high enough to place a true judgment of what commanders go on what ships, especially since we haven't gotten Russian battleships yet. So what you see here is a Baron, and I can't reach that Baron, but it doesn't really matter to me because she can't reach me either. But what I am starting to do is I am angling myself bowing already. And we're going to pop aircraft here. And here's an actual Warspite. Still barely out of gun range. She'll slowly start working her way into gunnery range. There she goes. And I'm going to actually line her up broadside. And start to change my turret signal already. So I'm going to, well, almost look like I'm disengaging. I see a speed, and I'm going to pre-aim that horribly. I'm already feeling that's off. Yeah, I'm off by a significant margin. Only gonna get 4 hits. 3 hits, actually. Okay. That Warspite won't be able to engage me, but this Baron, who's in range, will. And I'm going to, okay, invis yourself. That works out fine for me. See, this Warspite is trying to catch me on the angle. It isn't going to work out for him, mainly because his gun range is so much shorter. And that's probably actually the Nelson build that I don't want to run. That Baron is going to eat another broadside salvo, and I'm still hanging outside of the other battleship's range. Oh, pretty solid hit there. I'm actually going to start to push in now with my teammate Baron. Nuremberg here is about to eat a broadside salvo, frankly, because he got way too close, and I don't like how close he did get. That's not going to feel good. That Baron, well, that Nuremberg is not going to be happy after this. If I can get that rear turret to align. Unmasking the rear turret, and 1 shell will hit from that. Okay, I got actually both off that. That's kind of nice. But Nuremberg isn't going to survive much longer. Watching the 4-2 guns, and that's a solid salvo. I'm not going to get the kill, sadly. That goes to our Baron, who is holding low. And there's the enemy Baron. So you've kind of pushed the cruiser off. Ooh, another Baron. Ooh, Svetlana. I haven't I've played Svetlana. I actually kind of like her gun build. Might do something on her later. He's drifting forward, and I'm going to line him up for that already. I'm going to make him regret the fact that he was drifting in the first place. So it'll do really nice for me. 2 pens. He's firing at me. I'm going to continue to make sure he regrets everything. He only gets a shell. And I'm going to... he's not going to like that, simply for the fact that I staggered both those salvos. So if he does try... Okay, I staggered both my salvos a little too badly. That Baron's already disengaging. I'm going to pull back the engagement range again, simply because I'm hiding behind an island, and this is a better position for me to be in. I'm holding out, being significantly outgunned here, and I'm already going to start to see if I can pre-aim this New Mexico. Not, well, I am spotted by aircraft, but that doesn't matter. This Omaha is going to eat a broadside if I see her. Which, she's on the other side of an island. No, she's not. Oh, Omaha, you unfortunate soul. Goodbye. Oh, she's barely survived. That destroyer's gonna take her from me. Yeah, there's the Farragut. Destroying that Omaha for me. So you see, I've actually conserved a good amount of HP going into this. We actually just lost our Baron to that duel I was staying disengaged. Well, I disengaged from. Did not a lot of damage to the enemy Baron. I'm going to actually use this chance to encroach on B and use my big guns to blast another Baron, I guess. A lot of B's in that sentence, not what I was planning. Ooh, that New Mexico is actually probably going to go down if I can catch her. Not to me, the Normandy got her, okay. That Warspite is actually... So I'm going to just barely encroach around the corner here. Yes, game, I know how to steer a ship. And this is how you encroach on B with a battleship. Put a salvo out. That's probably a little too pre-aimed, but it works. I'm still gonna eat. He's gonna eat a few shells from that salvo. Okay, he ate most of my shells from that salvo. 3 of them penetrating the deck. The other 3 just ending up bouncing off. Sadly, I'm going to put another salvo out there because he's still hasn't learned his lesson apparently. He hasn't learned that, hey look, he himself is what's about to take another salvo, because he just caused himself even more pain. That's not going to be at effect. Okay, never mind, a Citadel, nice. That range, that is kind of impressive, and bad for him at the same time. This Baron, though, who's aggressively pushing in, isn't going to like the fact that he chose to, mainly because I already have my guns preempt for him, and he's trying to start to preempt for me, but this cruiser is more than likely going to take his attention first. The 4 shells. 4 guns in my salvo, and there's the torpedoes. The Omaha got him. The Warspite still disengaging. I could go for that Baron that was in the duel earlier, but I seem to have gotten one of my teammates that could frag. I'm starting to re-angle again. We're going to find him just about there. I feel that salvo is almost dead on. I'm a little short. Am I? I might be a little short. Oh no, one semi-penetrating. Overpens. One bad fucking same difference. You can see this enemy Warspite is just running now at this point, and I'm going to figure out a better pre-aim there, get that aim down and mapped so that Normandy is probably going to end up dead. I already figured that out, and she's already turning to try to predict the next one. I actually rake her back with shells there. She'll be gone. I'm going to actually... Okay, never mind. We win that. Nice. So that was a game with Warspite. No kills, sadly, but we did fairly well. 75,000 damage, 1 hit to Citadel, 39 shell hits, which is most of my damage actually came from that Citadel, let's be honest there. 174,000 doubloon, well, credits, 4,000 normal XP, 200 global XP, 4,176 commander XP, and actually, wow. Okay. First on leaderboard with no kills. And yeah, not bad. So yeah, guys, let's just go on with another game actually, because I'm having fun with playing Warspite. And I think you guys deserve another game. Hopefully it can be better than the last one. And we'll see what we get. So actually, the reason I have not a history with Warspite, but kind of fond memories of learning about Warspite, simply because I love the First and Second World War. For history, from a history standpoint, a lot of famous naval engagements: the Hunt for the Bismarck, the Battle of the Barents Sea. Let's see, the invasion of Sicily. Well, the invasion of Sicily was a land engagement, but still. But a lot of interesting history happened during the first two world wars. And my favorite thing to learn about Warspite is she's actually credited with the longest shot landed while moving on a engaged target. So it's just kind of fun to learn these facts. I didn't pay attention to the map we were on, so yeah, this will be kind of fun. Enemy team's got 4 destroyers, 4 battleships, and a cruiser. We're lined up 3 battleships, so we're down half a battleship worth of HP, roughly. And that'll be fun. Because we more than likely have an extra set of torpedo tubes to deal with that. Hopefully. I don't know what cruiser it is, so I'm just going to say hopefully. Hopefully it's not a Kirov. Leander's tier 5, Nuremberg. Okay, Gneisenau. That's a King George V. So my younger sister, well, Warspite's younger sister, basically, in terms of age. The grand old lady doesn't mind, though. The grand old lady will have fun either way. Sadly, a lot of these battleships are still holding just outside my gun range. Unless it's New Mexico. After firing a salvo at me, still isn't revealed. And she sets a fire to me. And all of her other guns fall short. I'm going to put those salvos out just to piss him off. And lands what was probably a hurtful salvo to him. That's a fast battleship. That King George V is definitely a lot faster than me. Speed-wise and, like, engagement-wise, I'm going to already start to turn away from that engagement. Yes, I know. I'll help you out, Gneisenau, with the pushing Fubuki and the New Mexico over here. So I just gotta shift my broadside here. Normally I wouldn't be this eager to shift broadsides, but it's A good choice here, especially since we have a Fubuki and a New Mexico on the side. This Fubuki just keeps firing, honestly. Not the smartest idea, because she's keeping herself spotted and in line with our destroyer. I'll pop my aircraft here to be safe. This New Mexico is being ultra aggressive, which is really nice for me as a battleship, because the more aggressive she gets, the more she'll take for shells, and the more she'll take for damage. I don't need to worry about the torpedoes there. Oh, yeah, like I said, the more she'll take for damage. And this should hurt her, and she'll be done. More than likely. Come on. Yep, there's my kill. Pop that. Enemy Baron. Still holding the same course. I actually really haven't decided yet. This Baron will be food for me, so yeah. Unless this King George V wants food to be food. That King George V class battleship is slowly shifting forward, meaning I will make her my food. I'll not hit turret housing on that one, and she'll barely be holding in my range, but that salvo will definitely... okay. All of that was completely unexpected. That King George V is actually in the move now, and King George V is in an interesting position, as she does have 10 guns. And rides fairly well in seas like this. I'm not going to nip her with a shell. That's becoming... actually no, I got a shell off. And the Grand Old Lady has finally ranged this Baron back in. And I think he's going to swiftly regret targeting that destroyer. Especially now that he's straightened himself back out and realizes he's got not only sets of torpedoes after him, but a battleship targeting him. So, we'll see how this goes. First salvo. One hit. Guns, 36,500 so far. Almost at half my HP, well, just about half my HP people of damage. And I'm going to set out another salvo, and another one, actually. So I'm firing in dual mounts here because it'll probably, well, it won't help my accuracy or dispersion, but it'll hurt. Really? Interesting. Non-pen. There's that King George V trying to come back into range. I'm not going to deal with him. I'm going to deal with this Baron here. Mainly because me and this Baron are at closing ranges. And Baron's actually got a lower citadel profile than I do, which makes it nice for her. Kind of abysmal for me to deal with, but I'll still try to land a shot. 3,000. I'm not going to land her citadel more than likely. But her guns are the same caliber as mine, so it means I can use my frontal bow plating to bounce a lot of her shells if she goes to target me, like she isn't now, because there's still another battleship in my rear who's helping me draw all the fire off. Thank you. That teammate there. And we're finally close into 8 kilometers, so I'm finally starting to get that flatter dispersion, and that's gonna hurt. 2 shells bounced, 13 kilometers. The King George V is still targeting. Who is this behind me than I know? I know it's the Arizona. Arizona, who's got more guns than I do. And finally, we'll see here that he still hasn't decided to target me. This Baron is swiftly regretting his decisions, I would like to believe. Finally coming into range of my secondaries. All my frontal guns also getting into the action. So unlike Queen Elizabeth, I have casemate mounted guns, which makes it really nice, especially for being an earlier battleship than her. This Baron must be stupid or something, because I'm closed into 2 kilometers, and time to put shells into our citadel. Okay, apparently I'm going to be bounced. No problem, I'll bring the rear turret to bear. Have those shells bounced as well, then, okay. I'll pop the aircraft. I'm not going to need to worry too much about her. This Baron isn't going to be any problem for me. She'll put all the shells she can into my broadside. And she's going to try to ram me. Not the smartest idea, mate. Arizona took it for me. Thank you. And now, I'll pop my heal. And time to chase down this King George V, who's now realizing that he's outgunned. And we have a destroyer in his base. Actually, those shells are more than likely going to miss. I'm just using it as a scare factor, basically. I don't think it's going to do anything, though. Didn't lead it enough. This King George V, I can definitely start closing in on rapidly, though. Well, not rapidly enough, but... So, we're actually doing fairly well here. That shot lead is probably abysmal, but it'll work. Actually, that's perfect. Nail her. 2 shells, the one passed through the deck. I'll keep the same pre-aim, if she doesn't adjust course, which doesn't look like she's planning on doing. She'll take another one. Yeah, 1 semi-penetrating hit. And there's torpedoes coming to her front. And now that I've basically aligned with him, we'll put a full salvo up. And that fire dispersion is really going to screw me over there. Get 3 normal penetrating hits. I'm actually at the angle where I could probably, if I do well enough, pen his Citadel, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen at this angle right now. Our destroyer finally decides to open up. And we've won by capping the base anyways. So, yeah, 2 games with Warspite, both incredible, one with an actual kill, one you seeing me get point blank, another 85,000 damage game, 1 Citadel, which is actually kind of funny because I didn't expect to land it, 42 targets hit, 1 destroyed, 2 set on fires, 38 secondary battery hits, 194,000 credits earned. How'd I post in the team this time? Second on the leaderboard. That Leander, 2 kills. Nizenal with 1 kill, and the Otsuki with 1 kill. Not bad. So, yeah, guys, that is the HMS Warspite with with Nelson as commander. Just to run over the build quickly, I'm running the secondary aiming mod and steering gear because I like steering gear over that, and my commander HMS Nelson with Andrew Cunningham and Charles Madden, the flammable cannoneer perk, Big 7, marksman, master mechanic, and of course running with scissors. And yeah, guys, I think that's about all for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye now. So actually, guys, just a quick afterthought. I'll show you guys the differences here between HMS Queen Elizabeth and HMS Warspite. So here you'll see Warspite actually has a few casemate guns as well as the Bofors dual purpose guns that you see on the deck. Whereas if you take a look at the Queen Elizabeth, I don't remember the names of those secondary turrets, but her secondary turrets are mounted to her deck with nothing in casemates, and she's also holds off 8 rear turret, well, 8 overall rear guns. If I'm remembering correctly, they're all small caliber, so they really won't do much compared to the big guns, but yeah.